Here's some more of my Dark Horse Star Wars comic collection. So these were, I think they were new adaptations of, no, this is by the original Thomas Jaikin. So these are adaptations of the Marvel Star Wars comic, classic Star Wars. So this is number 1 from around 94. Looks like I bought double issues, so you've got the New Hope again, same cover. Then we've got this one here, classic Star Wars. These ones are quite thick. New Hope cover, part 2. And we've got the adaptation of Empire Strikes Back. So I've got doubles of the Star Wars. I haven't got doubles of Empire Strikes Back, I don't think, no. I mean, these are a good price because they're quite thick, these comics. Yeah, these are because of the artist. We've got Return of the Jedi, cover 1. We've got issue 2, or part 2. Luke on the deck of the Jabba sail barge. So that's those ones done. That was 94. Then we've got this Dark Horse. I think this one's talking about a new Star Wars adventure. So this was like the news for the Dark Horse comics lines, all the different titles and stuff like that. And we've got one here. I don't know why, it's just got stars. Yeah, it's got Star Wars there. And we've got one with Robocop. These have been really cheap. Another one here, Dark Horse Comics with C-3PO on the cover. Star Wars droids. Got another one here. This is that's number 17. This is number 18. So again, it's got droids in it. Aliens cover there. And we've got another one. This is number 19. Star Wars droids again. Quite good covers these. Then we've got this comic here, which is from 96 maybe. It's Tales from Mos Eisley Cantina, featuring the Wolfman on the cover. Then we've got from 95 Bounty on Barracuda. This one's a more famous Boba Fett issue. These are the guys that did Dark Empire. So quite famous. This looks like a single issue there. And we've got another Boba Fett comic here, When the Fat Lady Swings. 95 again, John Ragnar and Cam Kennedy. We've got Boba Fett Twin Engines of Destruction. It's a famous one. Those are the artists. We got Boba Fett Murder Most Foul from 97. Boba Fett number 3. Again by the same guys that made Dark Empire comic. Great cover this. We've got Jabba the Hutt, the Garso Sarpun hit from 95. That was £1.50 back then. Great cover of Jabba and Bib Fortuna. We've got Jabba the Hutt, The Hunger of Princess Nampi. We've got Jabba the Hutt, Betrayal. Great cover there. Sometimes you'd end up buying doubles because you didn't know what you had. This one's Jabba the Hutt, the Dynasty Trap. He's holding a bone. He looks like he's ended up in the Rancor pit. Doesn't look happy. Yeah, see, I bought two by, mistake. We've got Star Wars. This is a new adaptation of Star Wars, the original story. It's one of 2 of 4. We have 3 of 4 Star Wars. Great covers there. We've got 4 of 4. This must be, I'm sure I've got 1 of 4. Hopefully I have. We've got classic Star Wars Han Solo at Star End. This is the novel. I hope I've got the Star Wars #1. That's the first one. Is that the first one? Yeah, that's 1 of 3. 2 of 3. Han Solo at Star's End. So this was originally a novel from the late 70s, early 80s, and then we've got Han Solo at Star End. There's Han Solo in a spacesuit. We've got classic Star Wars, the Vandalheim mission. These two were great artists. Or one was an artist, one was a writer. It's quite a famous comic, this one. And then we've got Batman, the Killing Joke. So I've got to find issue 1 of that Star Wars adaptation somewhere. Okay, so I hope I'll show you some more in a while. Cheers, goodbye. Okay, the next bunch of Star Wars Dark Horse comics we're going to look at are called Classic Star Wars, and these followed Dark Empire. So these adapted the Al Williamson, Archie Godwin stories that appeared in American newspapers, and so put them in comic form. I think we coloured them as well, added colour to the panels. So this is issue 1. And we've got issue 2. So where did I get this? Stateside Comics. I think that was either in Virgin Megastore or down Portobello Road. This is issue 2. As I said. This is issue 3. We saw this one with those UK comics I showed you, the UK version. That cover. This is issue 4. Issue 5 shows Luke. Archie Goodwin, Al Williamson. Al Williamson's a great artist. This is issue 6. I think there are 20 issues in this line, maybe a little bit more, maybe 30. But this is one of the early Dark Horse titles. This is issue 7. Great cover there. So that's issue 7. Issue 8. That's giant octopus creature. I've got 2 issues there. This is issue 9. This is quite a cool cover. Luke, Han and Chewie fighting this lizard creature. This is issue 10. This is issue 11. Issue 12. It says classic there underneath the Dark Horse logo. This is issue, what is that, 12, 13. very cool. There's a Mon Calamari. Issue 14. There's Luke. Very nice cover there. 14 again. Again, like you, sometimes you buy copies you already got. Issue 15. Issue 16. Great artwork there. Issue 17. There's Luke. There's not 18. Who's that? 19. 20, which is a 48-page special. That's the bounty hunter they ran into at, I think, at Old Mantell. And there's another issue of that. Okay, so that's the Dark Horse Classic Star Wars line. So it was 20 issues. It's a complete set. Hope you like looking at that. Cheers, goodbye. Now we're going to look at Dark Horse Comics Tales of the Jedi. This is another early series of comics, sort of set like 10,000 years before the events in New Hope, I think, or definitely a lot earlier. Sort of delves with deals with Jedi lore, Rise of the Sith. So Tales of the Jedi. This is one of 5. I bought another copy, obviously because it was on sale. I bought another one. So I've got 3 of the first issue of that. We got issue 2, Tales of the Jedi. We got issue 3. So that could be Nomi Sunrider, if I remember correctly. We got another issue 4 of 5. That's a Hut, but I don't think it's Jabba. And we've got issues 5 of 5. Very cool. These are £1.50 at Gosh. Got this at Fantastic Store. This is issue 1 of 2, the Freedom Nad Uprising. So these are great tales. And then issue 2 of that, the Freedom Nad Uprising. I mean, some of these have been used in the sort of comic packs by Hasbro as well. I have a feeling that was the one that was in Portobello Road, Fantastic Store, but it's so long ago, it's hard to remember. Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith. This is 1 of 6. These are great comics. This is the Topps Ashcan edition. This would have come with the what do you call it? So there's something else in there. There might be another comic in there. Probably 2 copies of the Ashcan edition. It's just the black and white cover. This is part 2 from Fantastic Store. I'm sure that was the comic store in Portobello Road. Such a long, because I knew people or that were gonna eventually work there and all that sort of stuff. Or Tales of the Jedi, Dark Lords of the Sith. This is 3 of 6. Great cover there. That's a great cover as well. Part 2. Part 4. Hideous Creature. Part 5. I think this is 93 really. Female Jedi Knight. And part 6. That's probably Ulet Doma or whatever his name was, I can't remember. Great cover there. Then we come to part 1 of the Sith War, 1 of 6. Fabulous cover. Part 2 of the Sith War. Another part 2, obviously bought by mistake. Part 3. Part 4 of the Sith War. These have been in. That's part 4. This is part 5 of the Sith War. £2 was a bit steep in those days. And part 6 of the Sith War. Great cover there. This is the golden age of the Sith. This was 99 cents in the US or 70p in the UK. It looks like 96 there. Golden age of the Sith. Another copy of that. Yeah, I've got 3 of them. Obviously because it was so cheap. This is Golden Age of the Sith number 1. Great cover there. This is Golden Age of the Sith number 2. These would be great reading as well. It's Golden Age of the Sith number 3. Great covers. It's number 4. Five. So that's the last issue. This is Tales of the Jedi, the Fall of the Sith Empire, 1 of 5, issue 1. Amazing cover. Got 2 of those. Comic Showcase, 76 Neal Street, London, WC2. Cool cover. This is 2 of 5. Three of 5 from Gosh. What an interesting alien there. That's 3 of 5. This is 4 of 5. And 5 of 5. 195 from Comic Showcase. What I liked about Gosh was they bagged the comics and put the backer boards in, so you didn't have to buy all of that sort of stuff. So that's why I often bought at Gosh, which was next to the British Museum. Okay, so I hope you like looking at those. Those are the Tales of the Jedi. Great comics from about more than 20 years ago now. Alright, cheers, goodbye. Okay, in this lot of Dark Horse early comics, we're going to look at Star Wars Classic, The Early Adventures by Ross Manning. So it's quite a big series. Great cover on this. This is number 1. Number 2. 3. 4. It's a bit like the Speeder in Solo, isn't it? The car that Han Solo steals, the young Han Solo. Another 1 of 4, obviously bought by mistake. 5. Look at Princess Leia. She looks Amazonian. 94, that's issue 5. This is issue 6. There's Han Solo and Luke. This is issue 7. The lizard. Han and Luke. Ross Manning. Issue 8.
I don't see your head.
That's issue 8.
No.
It's a giant tentacle there. Another issue 8 by mistake. Issue 9. Brilliant cover there with Boba Fett.
No, I don't. Play again.
So that's Early Adventures with Boba Fett.
No.
So that must be the Early Adventures completed. Yep. Then we move on to River of Chaos. Issue 1 of 4. River of Chaos issue 2. River of Chaos issue 3. Very colourful cover. That's a Go Tour, isn't it? Another River of Chaos number 3 by mistake. River of Chaos issue 4. Oh, this comic I've looked for ages. This is the Marriage of Children 2099 Star Wars cover. May the Force be with you. By Now Comics, part 3 of 3. I bet you this one's pretty rare. May the Force be with you. Al Bundy. Okay, so we'll stop there because we've come to Dark Empire now. So we'll go through Dark Empire in a separate video, but this video, I mean, I'm glad I really found this comic. It's a great one. May the Force be with you. I only bought it because of the cover, and then we're going to go on to Dark Empire. US versions. Now on to a very important comic, Dark Empire. This came out maybe at the end of '92, and I think I missed the episode 1, issue 1 of Dark Empire, and had to go recollect that one. So I probably got issue 2 first, because my mate was into comics, so he told me, you know, Star Wars is bringing out new comics, Dark Horse, so he clued me in that new Star Wars comics are coming in then, and so I started collecting these ones. These are quite significant, the Dark Empire series, because they're a great story, great artwork, and you know, we've had modern Star Wars comics since, you know, late 92 really. So Dark Empire is a great tale. So that's issue 6. There's issue 1. So this is the one that kicked it all off. Here's issue 5. Great cover there. By Tom Veitch and Cam Kennedy. Brilliant. Issue 2. I'm sure I'll have multiples of these. Issue 3. Another issue 3. Stateside Comics. Issue 4. It's a great cover there. Another issue 5. Another issue 4. So it shows you how hungry we were for new Star Wars back in the day, that we'd just buy anything Star Wars in multiples. So you could say that's why the Power of the Force 2 did really well back in the day. Early Micro Machines. So I mean, at the time we had these new comics appearing, we had the Timothy Zahn novel, we had further book publications coming out, we had Micro Machines coming out soon, Just Toys, Bend-Ems, and then eventually we got the relaunch of Hasbro's Star Wars line in '95. Another 5 here. Then we come to a comic called Empire's End. That's 2 of 2. This is 1 of 2 there. We have Star Wars Hero Special Dark Empire 2. The Dark Empire is back. So I think this is just telling us about the future, how the comic's going to be. Dark Horse Hero Special. Then we've got Dark Empire 2, 1 of 6. That's '94 this one came out. Got another copy of issue 1. Great cover there. We've got Dark Empire 2, the Boba Fett. Brilliant cover of that. Another issue cover of that. I'm sure I bought doubles of these. Dark Empire 2, issue 3. Yep, doubles. 4 of 6, great cover there. You've got Han and Boba Fett. Slave 1, the Falcon. So that's 4 of 6. Another 4 of 6. 5 of 6. 6 of 6. Oh, sorry, 5 of 6 again. And then 6 of 6. Great cover art. Great comics. I mean, if you wanted to read these comics, it's best to just buy them in the sort of, you know, where you get 6 issues in one publication. But that's Dark Empire 1, a very significant comic there. So I hope you like looking at those. Cheers, goodbye. Okay, now we're going to look at Star Wars Dark Horse Droids. So I think this was the first one that came out with Dark Horse, but there was a series by Marvel back in the 80s called Droids as well. It's about 10 issues based on the animated cartoon. They're quite hard to find, the whole set. So this is Droids, Star Wars Droids, number 1 of 6. There's another issue of that. These comics stick together sometimes. That's £1.85. We've got Droids 2 of 6. Very colourful cover there. We've got the famous 3 of 6. 4 of 6. 5 of 6. And 6 of 6. And we've got another series of droids. This is number 1, Star Wars Droids. It's 95 that one. We've got Droids number 2 there. Got Droids number 3. Another number 3. 4. Another number 4. 5. Star Wars Droids. There's a hammerhead there. 6. It's a great cover, that one. 7. Looking very cartoony there. cool cover. Another number 7. Number 8. Another number 8. And then a Droid Special. So that's the Droids line. Quite nice covers. Hope you like looking at those. Cheers, goodbye. Okay, I already showed some of these yesterday. The Heir to the Empire. I've got the Last Command, and I don't think I've got much of the Last Command. I've got Heir to the Empire, and but I've got to be careful with these because some of these have gone up really high in value. Like the first full set of the Heir to the Empire is worth quite a lot now. So this is number 5 of 6. So I showed you this one yesterday. So I bought doubles of the Heir to the Empire. So if you've got these ones, you're laughing. It's this one that's worth a fortune. It's number 1 in the series. So I've got 2 issues of that. Heir to the Empire number 3. Heir to the Empire number 3 again. Heir to the Empire number 6. Don't know why I haven't got a full set of the Last Command. Heir to the Empire number 4. Another number 4. Then we go on to Dark Force Rising. So 1 of 6. I think this time I just bought 1 of each rather than buying 2. I think I was getting fed up with the amount of comics coming out. It's number 2 of 6. Great cover. Oh, I did buy 2. So that's 2 of 6. 3 of 6. Another 3 of 6. 4 of 6. Oh, I haven't got a complete set of Dark Force Rising either. And then we got the Last Command. I've just got 1 of 6. I thought I had the full sets of these, but obviously I've only got the first Heir to the Empire complete. Okay, so at least I know. So yeah. So I've only got Heir to the Empire complete twice, and then some of the Dark Force Uprising and the Dark Force Rising, sorry, and then just this one for Last Command. Because I just assumed I had them all. Anyway, I hope you like looking at those. Cheers, goodbye. Now we're going to look at Dark Horse's adaptation of Shadows of the Empire. So these have got great cover art. This is issue 1. Great cover there. Issue 2. Brilliant cover with Boba Fett. 3. Luke fighting the Street Bikers on Tatooine. 4. Chewbacca as Snoover, Leia and Bausch. Another 4. 5's a great cover as well. 6 completes that line. Brilliant cover that. Then we go on to Splint of the Mind's Eye comic adaptation. So this was originally a novel by Alan Dean Foster back in '78, I guess. And they adapted it into a comic. Another issue 1. Issue 2. Issue 3. Issue 4. And this is all about the Kyber crystal. You know, the Kyber they're talking about in Rogue One. And then this is issue 1, Devil Worlds. And this is issue 2. So that's all I have there. Okay, so I hope you like looking at those. Cheers, goodbye. Now we're moving on to Dark Horse. This is the Wizard Half Edition X-Wing Rogue Squadron. I don't think I would have paid £20 for this. But then again, I might have. Such a long time ago. I'm sure I wouldn't have paid 20 quid for that. Okay, so now we're on to Rogue Squadron, the Rebel of Opposition, 1 of 4. Guess that's Wedge. And we've got 2 of 4, Rebel Opposition. Great cover there. 3 of 4. Another 3. 4 of 4, Rebel Opposition. Then we're going to Phantom Affair, 1 of 4. Looks like this was around 96. Another 1 of 4. 2 of 4. Great cover, that one. 3 of 4. Looks like the humanoid from Black Hole. 4 of 4 of Phantom Affair. Next we move on to Battleground Tatooine. This is a great cover. That's 1 of 6. Then we have 2 of 6. Another great cover, 3 of 6. Another 3 of 6. 4 of 6. So that's that story completed. Then we go on to X-Wing Rogue Squadron, the Warrior Princess. This is issue 1. Look at that Mon Cal. Then we have 2 of 4. 3 of 4. And 4 of 4. Looks like these are 97, 4 of 4 again. Then we've got Requiem for Rogue. This is 1 of 4. We've got 2 of 4. Another 2 of 4. 3 of 4. And then 4 of 4. This one cover's quite famous. This is the Empire's Service, X-Wing Rogue Squadron. Again, another 1 of 4. 2 of 4. 3 of 4. 4 of 4. Star Wars, this isn't Rogue Squadron, this is the Protocol Offensive, co-written by Anthony Daniels himself. 48 pages. Then we have the Collected Han Solo at Star's End by Classic Star Wars Dark Horse publication, £4.60. Then we have this magazine, Star Wars Comics Interviews. I think it's got news about the new Droids comics. Then we've got Tales of the Jedi, the collection. This is signed by the artist. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And then we've got another issue of Comic Interviews with a Star Wars cover. Got Boba Fett there. So that's, I've shown you everything in my large Dark Horse comic box now. So, you know, I've shown you most of the early Dark Horse comics. So I hope you like looking at these, and if I find any more scattered around, I'll show them. But those are most of the early Star Wars comics. So, you know, the main ones are the Dark Empire, Heir to the Empire because of the first appearance of Thrawn. You know, so it's quite interesting to see them all. Because I showed the Marvel ones 10 years ago, so now it's about time I got round to showing these. Okay, so I hope you like looking at these. Cheers, goodbye. Here's something vintage from 1983, Return of the Jedi era. It's a set of rub-down action transfers, still sealed. One of the sort of odd things I've collected over the years. Transfers printed in Italy. Thomas Salter Limited, Glenross, Fife, Scotland. So it shows you how to rub down the transfers. It's the Ewok scene. So you get these little Ewoks and C-3PO and bits of the trees and vegetation and bits of the Ewok village to rub down, plus a biker scout. Collect the titles. You can collect the Ewoks. I'd assume this is a small pack because this is gonna be the scene, and you rub these transfers onto that. You can get Jabba the Hutt, large pack Ewok village, large pack Sarlacc pit, Battle on the End of small pack or small box, Jabba the Hutt throne room, and Ewok village large box. So I must have got this in the early 90s. Ewoks, choose from 2 titles, make the action come alive with rub down action transfers. Shows you a transfer that's been rubbed down. So before video games and all that sort of stuff, these are great fun. Or a good way to spend an afternoon just with a pencil. But very nice to have something that's never been used, from 1983. Great artwork. You've got Mark Hamill, you've got, Luke Skywalker, you've got the Emperor, you've got the Speeder bikes. Return of the Jedi logo. Very nice. I know Electroset did Empire Strikes Back, maybe Star Wars ones. I think you could get them in shreddies in the UK as well, back in the late 70s. But very cool. Okay, so I hope you like looking at that. Just something nice to have that's from the time, that wouldn't have cost much. You could probably still pick these up pretty cheap. So I hope you like looking at that. Cheers, goodbye.